Hey, Sammy-doo coming to you live from Precious World Mobile Studios. Sammy-doo, the Real Estate Duru. Want to talk really quick about some real estate information. Coming to you live, dropping some real-time, real-world information in the real estate business. This is not all about the glitz and the glam. This is about a business. It's not about the glitz and the glam of being wealthy in real estate. This is about the real estate business. And the warning I want to give you out today is pay attention to California. Oh yeah, pay attention to California. You may not recognize this, but California is a trendsetter for the United States when it comes to fiscal or financial activities. California is one of the highest cost of living states in America, and not just highest cost of living, but they're just high cost in almost everything. Must also include that salaries are higher there as well. If you're in the corporate world and you've ever been transferred out there, you'll notice that the salaries will go up just because of the cost of living out there. But long story short, California has a whole lot to do or not a whole lot to do with it, but is a great indicator of the economic trends in the United States. And in fact, just before the crash of 2007 going into 2008 occurred, a lot of it happened in California first. So if you're not paying attention to what's happening out there, shame on you, because especially when it came to real estate, there were many foreclosures, many layoffs, things of that nature that was occurring in California before it went across the United States and caused an economic recession. Now, I'm not saying that California will lead the United States in recession. I'm just saying that the last several trends, the stories came out first in California. And basically, here's the deal. Because of the pricing out there, whether it's in real estate or even just buying a gallon of milk, when you lose a job, if you got to come up with, $5 for a gallon of milk, and you don't have a job versus, maybe if you're not in California, you only have to pay $2.50 and you don't have a job, $2.50 is much easier to get than $5. And so when it came to folks losing jobs and couldn't afford to pay their mortgages anymore, it was like a tsunami out there. So I've recently began reading and seeing a number of indicators to say that California has already began to have some corrections happen in the real estate market out there. What's causing it? Not totally sure just yet. It's still kind of early, but it's something to pay attention to, because corrections, and let's just keep it at corrections, that can be soft. It doesn't necessarily mean a recession or depression, but it does mean a downtrend, and that's what a correction is. Corrections do happen, and it is part of the course of businesses anywhere. Wall Street, for instance, corrects all the time, but I've been reading that there's been some significant correction indices that's been occurring in California already. And so you want to pay attention to that if you're in the real estate game, because eventually, if it's serious enough, it may cascade against, across the entire country. And so for those that are, for instance, in the buy and hold, I can tell you right here, I'm based in the city of Austin, Texas, one of the hottest real estate markets in the country, because we've got 150 people moving here every day for the last 6 years. It's also been rated the #1 place to live for the 3rd year in a row. So it's definitely all the indicators that will create this market to be hot. But even the buy and hold folks here are not buying as much. they're being very, 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 very careful, because the key in real estate is not to buy too high and get stuck. So I wanted to kind of share this nugget that pay attention to California. Make sure you're reading the various reports and indices, checking out CNBC, what they're talking about, MSNBC, what they're talking about, CNN, what they're talking about, various magazines from, Forbes and even Ebony, or not Ebony, but yeah, Ebony, and some of the other financial magazines that are out there. If you see standing in the middle of a grocery store and you want to pick one off the rack and check it out. But there's all kind of ways just to kind of keep up with the pulse of what's happening out there. And you want to pay attention, because whatever your strategies are in real estate right now, you may have to change. And for those of you that don't know that there are multiple strategies in real estate, there are various strategies that you do in the up market, various strategies you do in the down market, and strategies you can do in between market, but they're all different and you don't think alike in utilizing those strategies. But you want to definitely pay attention, because you may have to begin to adjust your strategies. This is Sammy-doo, the Real Estate Duru, wanting to drop another golden nugget of real-time street knowledge. So hopefully you found this information valuable. Please subscribe and like my channel and subscribe to my channel. And of course, I do avail myself. My mentor told me reach one, teach one at this point. So I have availed myself to help you out to get your real estate business off the ground. So please look at some links. You can see if you want to enroll or join my private coaching group, or if you want some one-on-one time with me, you have an option to do that as well. But just trying to help one, teach one, reach one, teach one, and spread the gospel in the real estate business. So until next time, I'll see you at the top, because the bottom sure is crowded.